An iPad? What are you using?
I'm on my backup laptop, but I'm using my phone as my camera instead of my usual setup. So I have it wirelessly connected, and I'm using the software that I work for to zoom in and turn on face tracking and stuff. So.
And what software is that?
It's called Camo Studio. I'm also known as Eden from Camo. If you've seen me in the educational YouTube space, please never watch my. Please, I hope you guys never find. I hope you guys never find.
No,
don't look.
YouTube.
Don't look.
Don't. Yeah, that's a side of me that you guys do not need to see.
Professional Eden.
There are friends in the chat that have seen me in my professional environment. And I appreciate the support. They know the vibes of when I'm on my educational YouTuber mode, which is not my same persona as when I'm Pikachu. So two separate worlds for Eden.
She is not. She is just denied consent of searching that out. So you do not do it. How about that, ally?
Thank you, my ally. Yes.
The first person ever to do a live plug and discourage you from going.
How high can
How high can you get your hair to go?
I mean, this is about. I haven't showered this morning, so
that always helps.
It's a little. Well, it actually kind of it weighs it down a little bit. I need to if I like condition and blow it out a little bit, it'll get a little bit higher. But yeah. We're going through a restructuring soon.
Oh, a restructuring.
I'm getting hooked up with like a big time hair person.
Like you're cutting Sergio out for the reconstruction?
I got offered a hookup with a celebrity hair person, so I'm gonna go for it.
Are you allowed to say which celebrities they have cut hair for?
I will say after I go through the process.
Just like Eden, you don't want this info getting out.
Well, I just it hasn't happened yet, but it's been it was told to me literally yesterday, like this will happen. So I just want to make sure that we get through it.
Anthony, with you and always wearing the hat on these things, do they know you cut your hair?
You cut your own hair?
No.
Yeah. He doesn't have the long hair anymore.
The hair has been cut.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's okay. Yeah.
Take the hat off, you coward.
Come on, Maze.
Whoa.
Omo. 누구야? Who are you? Who is this?
Hello.
He is the fiance of Isabel. That's what he is.
Oh, okay.
Zach's getting a reconstruction. I had a deconstruction.
Exactly.
Yeah. But we had to even it out. You know, that's the balance of the universe.
Wait, but Maze, we're still 3 months out, but I guess pictures and stuff, I guess. And you're gonna get it cut again before?
I might get it like a dusting. A dusting is the term for
dusting. You're not afraid of your fiance like Mo is afraid of his wife, right? Like you have a healthy relationship?
Whoa, it's nice of you to throw Mo under the bus.
Who is not here, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just going off what he says on this show. He seems terrified of Jamie.
I mean, Isabel chose a person to cut my hair because she objected to me getting my hair cut wherever.
Well, yeah, you can't go wherever. You can't just like, all right, I'll find a place. You gotta go.
I did.
No.
And then I did that.
Go to like Supercuts?
No, I went to just a random place. And I got a haircut.
Yeah, you can't.
And then they did give me a blowout, which was unnecessary.
Oh.
And then she said I look like Lord Farquaad.
Yay!
And
you have a pic just for the chat.
No, I don't have. I actually don't have a pic because like it was for one day while my hair was, recovering from being blow dried.
Did I ever tell you about when I went to a salon for the first time? I think I must have been like 21 or 22 or something like that, and I'd like grown my hair out, like really grown my hair out, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna get like a proper cut, like not like a barbershop cut or something like that. My mom was like, oh, just go to my person, right? My mom had her hair short at the time. and this woman gave me the exact same haircut as my mom, and I looked and so like I wasn't really paying attention during the whole thing. This woman had like the TV on or whatever, so like and then she gets done, she's like, okay, and like my mom had paid for it and everything, and like I didn't have any money at the time, and it was like kind of expensive. So I like look in the mirror, I'm like, you have to be shitting me. And we were like going to like a baseball game, like a minor league baseball game in Sacramento after. Shout out to the River Cats. And so I'm meeting like my girlfriend at the time and like my best friend and my parents at this baseball game. So I show up with like a hat on and like, wait, let's see the haircut. I'm like, no, like this is not happening. And they're like, come on. And so I take it off and I'm just with my girlfriend and my best friend. And they burst out laughing. Like burst out, like I've never heard people laugh like this before. And I'm like, I know. And I put the hat back on. And then we meet up with my parents, and my dad obviously didn't notice. My mom is like, oh, it looks good. I'm like, yeah, I thought you'd think that. And like, and then she like we got in a fight. It's like she got really mad at me because she thought I was being ungrateful because she'd like paid for this. I'm like, she only knows one haircut. Like she knows one haircut. Like I'm never going to this woman again. We can't have the same haircut. That's crazy.
Did she have Joe Rogan on also, or
no? She was not the Rogan.
Dust Eye wants to know: do you watch the barber cut your hair, or prefer not to watch?
No. Why would how? No,
I don't. I just trust him. I just let him do his thing.
Yeah, I don't.
I like
really
the feeling of.
like,
I like the feeling of looking up at the end in the mirror and being surprised.
Yeah. I don't even really care to like check at the end when there's like, oh, look at. I'm like, I trust that you got it even. Like I'm. Like,
what are you gonna say at that point?
Yeah. Also, I'm not like
start over.
Like, yeah, you got it. Like.
Well, if they don't have it correct, I'll say, hi, I don't like that. Please fix. And they
sure.
do.
Sure. There's like adjust the neckline or whatever.
I just don't know that I've ever had that before. Where I'm like,
I have to admit,
yeah.
When Sergio does the mirror in the back. Like, there's not much else to say. It's usually just like, like
it's
I don't know
fade.
what I'm even.
Yeah, for you, like it's a fade and like it's either
a fade and it's straight. Done. I don't need him to actually do it.
Yeah, because he doesn't know many haircuts, and he's perfect at the fade. Like he's the best at it. So
we're at the point now. I don't even need the mirror. The first time when you go to the barber, the first time, like you're a new barber or something, that's when I'm watching, and then it's like you have to wait it out. Because some dudes do stuff a little bit differently, like the order of operations or whatnot, and so you're kind of like, so like when they do something, I'm like, they don't normally do that first. Like, like you start to get a little nervous, but at the end, it's all works out.
It's so funny. I've done everything possible to my hair that could ever be done. It's been every color of the rainbow. It has been short. It has been very long. It has been buzzed. It has been carved things in the back of it. It has been permed. It doesn't, it's just unreal. But I did go to pretty much the same guy for almost 30 years to do my hair until he finally retired. And then after he retired, I just started playing, because Maze can explain the same thing. We have Maze hair. It's indestructible. You cannot kill our head of hair. There's nothing you can do to it. That's all amazing. all my siblings are like this. It's just great, big, thick, some of us are auburn tinged and some of us are, but the thickness, the coarseness of the hair, all that shit. But I would just
texture, consistency.
Oh yeah, texture and consistency. Exactly. Thank you. But I would go to I would go to just random shit. I would just drop in, and I did great. And then one day I walked down the street in my neighborhood, and I live in the Mexican part of Willow Glen in San Jose, and all these wonderful little Mexican shops, and there's this great little two-guy Mexican barber place in there. And I walked in, they speak not a word of English. And I had the best time trying to convince them what I wanted, but they gave me culturally a Mexican haircut, and they did my beard.
They cleaned up his beard. That was the funniest part.
My face and that beard. It was like, Jesus Christ, what are you guys doing? But I just decided to let him do it. That was a culturally enriching experience. Let me tell you.
Are there pictures? Can we see?
No, I don't.
Is there pictures of Zach with the perm?
Oh,
or whatever the salon experience was. I just want perm. Sorry.
What?
Yeah, I know.
What? Where did you get perm from?
Salon. That's
My
all.
mom's never had a perm. You hear salon and you think 1983.
Pretty much. That's where I went. That's where I went. You called me out. It was wrong of me to do it. I said it and realized it was wrong. Is there a picture of when you went to the salon?
I don't know. This is before iPhone, so it's. I mean, maybe there's a
hard copy somewhere floating around.
I'm pretty sure I buzzed my hair like the
Sacramento
next
River
day.
Cats game.
I wasn't gonna like.
Bad.
Yeah, I mean, it became like a pretty big fight with me and my mom. Like she was pretty pissed.
She paid for it, and then the next day she sees you.
Yeah, it was expensive.
Yeah.
And like I was like, I'm not having the same haircut as you. This is fucked.
But you can't have that haircut.
Yeah. No, I was getting roasted the entire night. The next day, clippers straight to it.
Yeah, shout out to my dad's hair cutter, Daryl.
Yeah.
Long time. Followed him all around the city.
Yeah.
But yes, when I got my hair cut this time, they kept going back to hack out the innards, is what she called it, because
wow.
You had a lot of hair.
Because your hair is so thick. It's May's hair.
The density is too high, so you've got to get the innards out.
It's like thinned out from the bottom. Like that's
like taking a machete to a forest. Like you gotta.
Yes, the brush. You gotta clear the brush. Eden, are you drinking Kool-Aid?
No, it's a Rutgers. So I did a guest lecture for my friend who is a professor at Rutgers, and it's just the color. It's like the gradient, but it looks like it looks like Kool-Aid. Cool. But yeah, it's like a frosted glass with like it's like goes from red to frosted. There we go.
Oh, that's the glass doing that.
Yeah, it's the glass. Like if
that's water.
Yeah, it's water.
That's trippy. All right,
I know.
I was like, she's drinking cherry limeade Kool-Aid right now.
She drinking red juice. Yeah.
That red drink.
That red drink, baby.
All right, so Eden, you sent these pretzels this morning that you're
they all look
like
by.
Yeah.
Cool
Flamin'
Ranch.
Hot Honey Mustard and Cool Ranch Selects Pretzel Twists. I mean, what?
Get them all.
We have out here the pretzel sticks, I think they're called. What are they? The dots. The dots home style pretzel sticks have flavors like that. I've never seen the selects. I think that's probably East Coast.
I think that's East Coast, yeah.
And they are pretty good. And so when I saw these Cool Ranch, I was like, I mean, I like Cool Ranch Doritos. Like and ranch and pretzels texture seems to go together, right? Like it can't be bad.
I like ranch everything, so
yeah,
chip flavored.
And like flaming hot honey mustard, what does that even mean, right? Like what is that?
I don't know, but I'm intrigued.
I know. Well, I can't stop thinking about it. I can't stop thinking about it.
I'm in on that. I want to try that more than anything.
Eden, the way mustard works is that the vinegar lessens the intensity of the mustard. So it probably just has less vinegar in it, and they probably use that yellow mustard powder, which is way hotter than commercial mustard, and that's how they achieve it.
Well, but the Flamin' Hot is in Cheetos font and does seem to have the trademark.
And the Flamin' Hot Cheetos is also a little bit acidic too, like there's a hint of acidity.
So Cheetos must have loaned their technology to Selects here. That's
I mean, it's probably all like owned by Lay's, is my guess.
Do you think the Cool Ranch font also the Doritos Cool Ranch font?
Well, that's a good question.
Oh shit, Katie, did you just jump in? I didn't even add you.
I've been waiting for a minute.
That's
it's fine.
That's wizardry.
That does look like the same font.
Is it? I don't.
Because the Flamin' Hot font is the same.
Right. But Cool Ranch, I'm trying to picture a Doritos bag right now.
No, it's not.
It's close, man.
It's close. The Doritos one has is like italics.
Okay, so it's probably same font, different.
It is the same N though.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So same font family, just different sub font.
Yes. So Selects is in the bag of Big Frito-Lay.
not subsidiary of Hans.
That's what we need to know. That's what we know.
Cool
But
Ranch
you're gonna
taco
do your
shells are
research.
returning to Taco Bell this year.
Do you like those taco shells better than the nacho cheese ones?
It's been so long since I've had one to compare.
Yeah.
They took those away.
The nacho cheese
And
ones are
I'm
good.
excited to find out.
I don't like nacho cheese Doritos all that much, but those Doritos Locos
do.
Tacos, they can get it.
Have y'all seen the golden sriracha Doritos? I'm like,
Yep.
I don't even know what that like. Is it good? Have you tried it,
No.
Papa Maze?
There isn't
I'm
a single
curious.
there isn't a single Dorito flavor that isn't interesting for the first 2 chips.
That's
and
fair.
Then
Yeah,
so
you're
goddamn
done.
tiresome by the 8th chip. You want to go.
Exactly.
Hold on a second. We can't say that about Cool Ranch. I'll ride into the depths
You
of
go
hell
all
for
the way to the end on Cool Ranch. It
all the
kills
way to the
my
end.
mouth.
Same, but in a way that is masochistic, but I'm in. I love it to the end.
Tear it up.
I mean, in college, the only way to get through all-nighters was a giant 2-liter bottle of ginger ale and a bag of nacho cheese. Or I don't think Cool Ranch had been invented by then, so it would have they were taco flavored Doritos.
Taco
That's right.
flavored,
That's
right?
right.
Love
they
the
had back
taco
then,
flavored.
And that
I
was
fuck with those.
what you just did that all night long, and that got you through it, and you got the paper written, and you got out of there.
Dad, Chaz Tomato wants to know what your favorite kind of mustards are.
I like the really grainy kind of German mustard. The thing, it's got stuff
Yes.
floating in it.
The
You wonder what the
seeds?
hell's in
Yeah.
it. You know, I like that. I like that on like a corned beef sandwich. I'm really fond of that. And
I'm getting a corned beef sandwich today now.
Always have a jar of Dijon in the refrigerator because I love that. If I'm having your basic hot dog from a stand experience, I will accept the French's yellow mustard. I don't care. And I'm trying to. I don't think I've ever met a mustard I don't like. Quite frankly, they're all various.
Yeah.
Although I don't cook with mustard. You know, some people will make like a mustard coat of roast chicken or a mustard rub on your barbecue stuff. Yeah, South Carolina is very mustardy in the way they do their barbecue, and I've tried it, and it's like, okay, I get it, but I'm not gonna search it out. So
Wait, the barbecue is like the barbecue sauce is mustard? Oh.
American barbecue is very regional, and every region has its own distinct style. And in South Carolina, it is mustard rub, and a mustard-based sauce.
That's so interesting. Wow, I did not know that.
I am an expert on American food ways.
I love this.
But that's not the best kind of barbecue.
No, not at all.
But it's a good use of mustard.
Yeah. What is the best kind of barbecue?
Mm.
Well, you know, it's completely subjective. I am a big fan of Texas style beef rib and brisket barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
I think really, really well done Texas style beef barbecue destroys any kind of pork barbecue you can think of. But most people that aren't within Central Texas do not know how to do beef barbecue correctly, and it winds up being awful.
Too dry.
This guy says Alabama has mayo-based barbecue sauce.
Yep, Alabama is a mayo-based. Yep.
Whoa.
That tracks with Alabama and their issues with obesity.
Ours is just smothered in cheese.
Yeah, do you even barbecue it?
Katie.
So is your constitution.
It's fondue.
They got one. We got one.
We call it fondue.
Fondue. Do the fondue. So yeah, I mean, I prefer brisket to pork ribs or like pulled pork. Yeah, I mean, and then it's like everything else is kind of ancillary to me. Like
I like a
sausage or whatever.
If the sauce is good, I like a sauce heavy pulled pork. But otherwise,
But in that situation, is the pulled pork a vehicle for the sauce more so? Great question.
Ideally, they perfectly complement each other.
Yeah, they pair together.
You know, ideally, yeah. But yeah, you're probably right. It might be more about the sauce. But yeah, like a good brisket. Nothing's beating a good brisket.
Yeah, and as with most really wonderful regional specialized foods, and this transcends pretty much any culture, there are right ways to make it, and there are experts, or your nona or your great grandfather know how to make it, and then there's all the other people that do it, and they all miss the mark by a little bit. But we as Americans, we tend to accept shoddy imitations of really good regional food, and then we tend to say, yeah, that's okay. Wisconsin, you put cheese all over. What?
We're stupid.
We are stupid. But
historically,
if you are in a place where they do it right and you taste it, you appreciate why this is a thing. But too often, I mean, that's why I don't. Anthony, were you sentient the summer I just did nothing but make fried chicken all summer long until I got it right?
Was I sentient before or after?
No,
a summer of fried
remember
chicken?
that summer when all Daddy did was fried chicken?
Not specifically, no.
Yeah, you might have been only 2.5 or 3.
Aww.
But I always loved fried chicken, and so I looked up. I just got every single recipe I could find and all the different people that I knew that fried, and I just locked myself. Well, you couldn't lock yourself in the kitchen, but I stayed in the kitchen, and I just cooked, and I made it, and I would farm it out to people, and I would give it, and we'd invite people over, and I finally came up with the fried chicken recipe that is my fried chicken recipe, and it works, and it's boom, and it's done. And I anytime I've ever wanted to master a regional cooking thing, biscuits, pie, I have to just do it over and over and over and over again. And then once you get it, that's your version, and it's done. And yeah,
How long did it take?
The chicken thing, because it was summer and I wasn't. This was back in the days when I was storytelling full time. No, it wasn't when I was I don't know. Anyway, I had a little bit of time on my hands. It probably took the better part of 6 weekends, because the problem with what comes after frying chicken,
Cleaning up all the grease.
you have to clean every goddamn surface in the kitchen.
Yeah,
that shit is splattering.
That's a nightmare. But yeah.
And Papa Mays, is that the recipe you still use today when you make fried chicken?
When I make fried chicken, I use the one that I know that works. Yes, and I have it written down. Anthony, should I ever die, you'll be able to find it, and you'll be able to recreate it. Because I passed it on. And remember, who are your 2 little friends, Sean and Eric?
My 2 little friends.
You only had
Who are
2.
they? Who are your 2 little friends?
My 2 little friends.
Yeah, who are they?
What?
Are they
Sean,
not on the pod?
Scotty and Eric?
Scotty, there you go.
Eric
Scotty
and Miles?
Okay.
Friends.
The brothers?
The brothers, your
The
2 little
Menendez
friends.
brothers?
Yeah.
My 2 little friends, yes.
Your 2 little friends.
Question.
So
Don't
I
try
gave-
to ally with him. Don't do that.
And ally with me. Ally with me. Thank you.
You're making a mistake.
You're making a terrible, terrible mistake. You do anyway. Sean's grandmother wanted my recipe for fried chicken because Scotty's grandmother, and
That's what he said.
Sounds like Sean to me.
And we had them over, and she loved it. And so I hand wrote it out for her, and I wrote a big TB when I went to write a little TB,
Ooh.
and it or T whatever it was, and it was on cayenne pepper.
Oh shit!
Oh.
So she like, oh my god,
Giant
it
scoop.
was horrible. And she called me the next day and said, "Well, I made your chicken. I was a little concerned when I saw it, but I thought I'm going to trust Walter." And it was essentially inedible. They couldn't eat it. It was so sad.
Yeah, it's too spicy. That's gonna kill somebody.
Yeah, I once made something that had a great deal of cayenne in it because it was a recipe that I found online. Don't trust recipes online. And I made it, and it was a soup that's designed to kill the plague. And it just had so much goddamn cayenne in it. I kept going, this can't be right. This can't be right. But I made it. And then because I wanted to taste it first before I gave it away, I ate it. I don't think I've ever been sick from food as much as I was from that, because that's one of those it's coming out both ends nonsense.
Oh, yeah, you would have to.
Oh,
horrible.
And it's burning.
Oh.
Everywhere.
That is just not a comfortable feeling.
It seems like worth a phone call. Like, is this supposed to be a tablespoon or?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just double checking here.
Hot sauce. Speaking of cayenne, the Crystal.
It's a classic.
Yeah, Crystal.
It's a classic.
It cannot beat Crystal.
I also am very fond of.
Oh, I've had that. That's great.
Rancho Gordo's Gay Caballero.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There's a shop next to where Sergio is, Mo, that sells that.
Oh.
I was in there one day because I was too early
Is
for
it the
the
pet shop?
appointment. No, it's 2 stores
Did I
down
get you a
from the
bottle of
pet
this,
shop.
please?
Pet shop. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Old Bay hot sauce as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
when
that
you
a
need
lot.
when you need Old Bay in your hot sauce.
Correct.
They've got it for you.
It's just not enough.
Oh, I guess we should probably like do an intro or something. Welcome to the mailbag.
Welcome to the mailbag.
Friday.
Can I text about it. Can I tell you about the worst thing that's ever happened to anybody?
The
What
worst
happened to you
thing
yesterday?
that's ever
What
happened
happened to me
to
yesterday?
anyone in the
Literally
world
anybody.
happened to Zach.
This is the worst
The
thing that
only
can happen to
person it
anybody.
would happen to.
This is the worst thing
It's
that it could happen. That
perfect.
could happen
Okay.
to anybody.
So this is worse than war.
Worse
or
than war.
mass
Yes.
extermination.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
According to
let's hear
him,
it.
yeah.
This is worse. I am
And yeah,
sitting,
it starts at Erewhon. Like all.
I'm sitting outside of Erewhon, minding my business, drinking a green juice, a reasonably priced green juice, and sitting with Boogie. He's there chilling. I'm writing the newsletter. You know, it's, I don't know, 5, 6 o'clock at night. I can't remember what time it was. Lovely evening, not too crowded. And a guy walks up to us, and I can hear music playing from his pocket. And
No.
Death penalty.
We're
and
off to a bad start already.
this isn't uncommon that people want to come up and ask about Boogie and say hi to him and everything. So I do that. You know, he comes up. He's one of like 20 people yesterday come up and say hi to Boogie. He goes, "Who's this? What's his name?" I say, "Boogie." And he says, I went as anyone who goes through trauma does at some point. I went through the trauma and remembered exactly what was said.
Zach,
wrote it
show me
down.
on the doll where the man touched you.
Well, he touched me.
Show me on
in the
Boogie.
worst place. So I say, "This is Boogie." Usually people are like, "Oh, that's a cute name," or "Oh, he's adorable." "Oh, how old is he?" You know, whatever. They ask a question. He goes, "Boogie, Boogie Woogie, give him a noogie." Yes, that's right. He starts freestyle rapping in front of me. But for those of you who are on TikTok, he's
We're
no
calling
Harry.
it rapping.
He's fucking terrible. So he says, "Boogie, Boogie Woogie, give him a noogie. Like I got a boogie hanging in my nose. I rose from the ashes like a Kardashian, and I'm lasting forever in life because I strive." And at that point, he and I are just locking eyes. I stare at him for about 4 seconds.
Eye contact?
I'm just staring. I'm staring him dead in his fucking eyes.
Obviously
And
a
I
white
go,
guy, right?
Of course it's a white guy. No self-respecting any other race walks up and just starts
No.
freestyling to strangers.
Also,
Erewhon.
Erewhon.
Erewhon, Studio City.
Arrow White.
Good Lord.
It's the
And so
weirdest one.
I'm staring at. He is looking for validation. I can see it in his eyes. He's looking like, I'm killing this right now. And I just go
How old
right
are
back.
we thinking? Too old, but
Older than me, late 40s, early 50s.
Oh no.
Yeah. I mean, definitely older than me.
you
I'm
can't
43.
use boogie again either. Just because
Can't
you
use
it's got
any
a
of the words
different.
that he used. He was terrible. And so then I just
Like
I
Woogie?
don't say anything. I see his hope for validation. I just move my eye line right back down to my laptop. Boogie walks away from him. Boogie like knew.
Boogie.
Boogie just like
Naturally.
walks away. Boogie doesn't walk away from anybody. Boogie loves everybody. And this guy like walks away, and then I see him go up. There was like a couple tables away. There was this hot Russian woman and some friend sitting there, and he starts like, I can see
Oh,
he like
no.
starts trying to think of like
Tits.
something to say to her.
Bits.
And-
Oh no.
And she like looks and then looks away, and then he just keeps on moseying on down.
Not learning.
That's the worst thing that can happen to anybody.
That is.
I mean, I
I
felt
am mortified.
so accosted.
And this
Violated.
does this a lot.
Violated.
A lot of things can anger me. I
This
can
is a
lose my temper.
violation.
A lot of things can frustrate me. I'm never really offended. I was offended.
That was pretty.
Robert
It's
Strickland
like I feel like
says-
you have to go home and take a shower and like wash it off. Like
I need to be deloused.
Shower.
Like
Wow.
shower is not enough
for you. I'm offended for you, Zach. Like that's just wild.
I'm
What
like,
about-
no one's gonna do anything? Security is standing 10 feet away. You're not gonna do anything?
Security's like, that's just
no.
Arrest this man.
I would rather be physically attacked, I think.
I would rather he stab me in the stomach.
would have been less painful.
I'd rather find a sex tape of my
Less
parents.
drama.
Oh.
That's the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
What if your dad had the same haircut as your mom?
What if your dad was freestyling to your mom?
My dad has actual musical talent. My dad can
Also-
sing.
It wasn't what I asked.
Robert Strickland said that is worse than the time that mortar tried to blow me up when I was deployed.
Wow. That is an outstanding white person problem, Zach. Thank you.
Well, I'm a white person. Those are the problems I got.
That's all of his problems, Walter.
I mean, you sit outside Erewhon asking for it.
Oh, you're gonna victim blame me?
No. The weird.
Ooh, we're not going to
Stay
victim blame
quiet.
here, Katie. We cannot victim blame. No, that's what we're not going to do
actually-
is victim blame.
It's actually more fascinating because I honestly think Zach sits at the weirdest Erewhon in Studio City. Because I'll sit at the one in Culver City every now and then with Jamie, and we never have any of that stuff.
Shit
And
doesn't
it's a-
happen anywhere else. Like any of the other, it doesn't happen anywhere else.
I'm just saying, like, it's that Studio City one is just prime for it. It's amazing. It's like a,
You need
it's
to
like a
get Boogie
magical
one of those
place where this
vests.
happens.
That's like,
What
I'm
vest?
working, don't pet me. Like, and then you get one
I'll
that says
bite
like
you if
me
you pet
too.
me.
I'm with stupid.
I just need to hold a gun. I need to hold a gun at all times. That's what I need to
Gun,
do.
fun.
Okay.
Oh, guns.
Now we've crossed the line.
Dad, so Zach sent this text, which he basically just described, but he said he looked at me for validation. I stared into his eyes for about 4 seconds and then looked back down to my laptop. And I read that in Rorschach voice. Because the world will look up and shout, save us. And I'll whisper, no.
That was a great response.
So, Papa
it
Mace,
clicked.
is that
That's-
the worst thing that's ever
that's how it
happened to
was
anyone?
The worst thing that's ever happened to anyone.
Well,
Unquestioned.
as we have learned from many, many episodes of podcasts of listening to Zach, Zach has a very limited frame of reference. So
Sure.
I'm pretty sure that
I've
that
studied a
is
lot of
the
history.
worst thing that could have ever happened to him. Yes.
He's
I've-
also
I've-
hyperbolic. So
I've been jumped before. I've been through it. Been through a lot of stuff. That's the worst thing by far.
Zach is an honest podcaster, you guys.
Honest podcaster. Says right there.
It's true. I believe him.
Believe all Zachs.
Believe all Zach.
How does it feel? Maze, your dad has turned into a Harper ally.
We got a lot of allies on this pod right now.
I have.
I'm ready to
always
walk
been-
into the ocean if you
I
really
have
want to know how I
Stay
feel.
strong, Maze.
I've always been a fan.
They
of Zach
swapped
from
me.
the
I need
very
this
first
row up
time I
top.
heard it.
We got a Red Rover thing happening. Yeah.
In the White Lotus, there's a lot of
I'm caught up. We can
ominous
talk
typhoon and like talk, and the kid,
Tsunami.
the youngest kid, shows a video of a person. Look at him. He doesn't even run. He's standing there waiting for the tsunami to hit him. That's me right now on this podcast. What? He's not
Good thing
even
you don't have a
running.
brother.
I cannot be happier with Parker Posey casted
So
in
good.
this role. Like she is perfect.
Yeah,
She's
give me
perfect
your
in this role.
power rankings. You can do top 3 or top 5 if you want
Yeah.
of like favorite performances.
Ooh, okay. I mean, yeah, Parker Posey's number 1.
Are you talking top 5 Parker Posies or top 5 White Lotus?
Top 5 White Lotus this season.
This season.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
This season. Okay.
Parker Posey number 1. I'm gonna say, I mean, look, it was essentially one scene that was split up, but That Sam Rockwell cameo.
Yes.
Was perfect.
yes.
Yeah.
I
Wow,
was like,
wow.
Perfect.
And off book, did I hear?
That's. I mean, he's.
What do you mean?
He's one of the best.
Like,
What do you
just
mean off
went
book?
like not super scripted.
Huh. Oh, I thought it was very scripted, but I didn't
thought it was
read anything about it.
Well, Jamie had read something. We're saying because his wife is on the show. Who's his wife?
Leslie Bibb.
Yeah.
She was on Watch What Happens Live and said like he kind of just went for it. I mean, he did go for it.
Well, there was a quote from her wife, I guess, somewhere where Jamie saw where she said actually he was rehearsing the whole monologue while they were on a safari in Africa. So I don't know.
That's a weird one to
yeah, that's a whole weird thing. Like I can't imagine while looking at a lion. It's
that could have been your safari, Mo.
Is that not MBA Centel or?
And then I'm in the bag for him because I love him and everything, but Goggins is great.
Yeah.
Well, the look Goggins gives alone in that monologue is enough.
It's such.
To really
It's
put
like
him in the top 3.
It's perfect, like subtle, just reaction while conveying so much because that is like it. Like you would want to like tamp down the shock and awe that you're feeling while trying to be a supportive friend of like, oh really? Like he conveys it perfectly.
Yeah,
conveys it perfectly.
Well, they're a perfect fit. Rockwell and Goggins,
they're apparently good friends in real life too. So
like, which translated, which gives you the backstory that you need. Carrie Coon in every single cutaway to her slamming wine or eating, like she's been my favorite purely on reaction shots.
Yeah,
she's good across the board, but every time they cut to her while the other two are talking or while someone says something has been killing it.
Yeah, she's
she had her crazy dance moves in the last episode. And then it's Parker Posey who really elevated with the Eden. So they're in Thailand this season.
Does anyone die in this whole season? Do we know?
Oh, yeah. Someone dies at the beginning of every season.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's the conceit.
But the season 1, that was disappointing. That was disappointing.
I mean, it starts out with like there's like a lot of gunshots going on, and then
this one seems to be trending towards multiple murders.
Oh, mass shooting? Oh, okay.
A lot of gunshots.
Eden's locked in now.
oh, really?
Body count higher than 1.
You know who's actually who's great is who's the dad? Jason Isaacs.
Jason Isaacs, yeah,
he's great too.
He's Thomas Ravenel. Like this is the perfect dude.
That's who he based it on. Yeah.
The whole accent is based on Southern Charm guy, right?
Yeah,
that's the show.
Yep.
Complete douche. Perfect.
But Eden, I was going to say that in this season they're in Thailand, but Parker Posey is flipping out because her daughter tells her that she wants to move there to go live in a monastery for a year. And she goes, "You want to live in Taiwan?"
Oh my God.
They're like, huh?
They're in Thailand. She doesn't even know. I also love that. So they keep stealing her
Buddhist.
Yes.
Like her family
Not
keeps stealing
a Buddhist.
her lorazepam. Finally, she's like, well, I can't find my pills. I'm just gonna have to drink myself to sleep tonight.
I do love Parker Posey.
She's so good.
She's great. She's great on this.
So yeah, I got Carrie Coon, Parker Posey, Walton Goggins, Leslie Bibb is also great. The look she gives.
I haven't loved her in this season. Well, I guess she's supposed to be a little annoying, but
she's supposed to. She's the we got to go friend. She's the one
who's annoying. Leslie Bibb.
Leslie Bibb,
the secret Trumper.
The look she gives after the Trump question, though,
that was great. Yeah, that was great.
And the scene, Eden, there's a scene where Leslie Bibb recognizes Parker Posey, and she's like, "I think we were at a bridal shower together 10 years ago or something." And Parker Posey gives her absolutely nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
It's so uncomfortable.
It was Zach and that freestyle rapper.
That scene
the rapper.
Yes.
That scene lingers. It's so uncomfortable.
And it's so good because it's unclear if Parker Posey was too zooted on lorazepam to remember this woman or doesn't care for her or both. and get
lorazepam.
like,
Isn't that just Prozac? Isn't lorazepam just Prozac?
I think it's a sleeping pill, right?
Oh, okay.
It was
It's like
I think
no,
your
it's-
friend
Or
would
Xanax.
know.
Yeah.
You should check with your friend and let us know what lorazepam is.
I don't think it's
Lorazepam.
Xanax because I know
Hopper.
most of the names for Xanax.
Ativan, lorazepam, they're the same drug. They were
Mm.
originally created to treat seizure disorders, epilepsy, and it's also used in hospitals to relieve anxiety before surgeries.
Oh,
It also.
I'll have to confer with my friend to see if she can offer any context.
One
for me.
of my parents had to take it to-
Benzodiazepine.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a benzo. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's related to Xanax.
You're supposed to take it at night because you're going to fall asleep. It makes
Right.
you drowsy. Like that's the whole thing. So.
Not for me, but for normal people, it does that.
Hey, in your
Well, there's nothing out there for you, Katie. Let's just be honest.
I know.
in
I'm
your
beyond
straight,
help.
your straight people world, is the brotherly incest a big deal? Because that's literally all the gays are talking about in White Lotus.
What?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
brothers are kissing.
It's
Definitely
definitely
something.
raised a few eyebrows.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
This episode for me.
It was like,
Oh.
When
Don't care for
when
it.
when the older brother first goes to the bathroom because they're sharing a room, Eden.
Psychotic behavior.
He goes to the bathroom to jack off
Naked.
He gets up out of
In
bed
front of his
naked
brother.
with his
he's
iPad.
naked in the bed. Yeah,
He
and
was already
sharing a
staring
room.
at his booty
Uh-huh.
because it was.
And then goes up
But also
and the
he's-
younger brother.
He's inviting it. I mean, he's walking
asking
naked.
They're actual brothers.
I didn't say he
Yes,
was
actual
asking for
brothers.
it. I said he was inviting it.
What's the difference?
It's
He
kind
was
of-
inviting gazes. He wasn't
Unfortunately,
asking
I'm
for
with Zach.
gazes.
And he talks about his sisters
God
like
damn
my
it,
sister's
Mo!
hot. Why isn't she
Mason's
fucking?
having a rough one. He's having a
It's what you want me to say, dude. It's I'm indifferent. I'm neither an ally nor an
Now I
enemy.
feel like I need to
I'm
become
just saying.
his ally. But
Maze is
Eden,
so done
he goes
with
to
us
the
right
bathroom
now.
to jack off, and the brother just watches him walk naked and is just like staring at him. And the brother like catches his eye in the mirror, and they just lock eyes for a little bit,
Like,
and then he
lock
closes
eyes?
the door.
Oh.
Fucking weird.
And there's like and then there's a scene where they're partying with these two girls on a boat somewhere, and the girls make them kiss, and so they like
They're on.
like, they're like
ecstasy.
brothers.
But he keeps going back for more.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
Oh.
Lockie's into it. My favorite part about
they're gonna have sex.
that whole dynamic was that so the older brother Eden is Patrick Schwarzenegger, and he's your classic White Lotus muscle bound douche.
He's the
bro.
worst.
He went to
He
Duke.
is the
He
worst.
is the absolute worst type of
I keep
Duke
waiting for him
bro
to die. I just like he's the worst.
who loves
I
his
wish he
protein
would.
shakes and jacking it. And
Oh my god.
they
He's obsessed with getting
they
his
peer
brother
pressure
laid.
him into doing
And
drugs.
his
He's like,
sister.
Yeah,
No!
he's weird about his sister not having sex.
I
Yeah.
am
He's
the
like, "She's
drug.
hot."
I don't do drugs. I am the drug.
Oh,
which is-
wow.
Yeah.
And then his little brother is like, I'll do the drug. And then he feels left out and he does it. And he has a terrible time. You can see it
Yeah.
on his face.
He's
that
not
he is
having
not
fun.
enjoying the feelings of it.
Is
and
it acid or Molly or what?
I think it's
I think it's like
probably
Molly or something
Molly,
like that.
but it's
Probably Molly.
Thailand
Okay.
Molly.
Yeah.
And
Ecstasy.
but yeah, then when the brother kisses him, he's like barely conscious and he's hanging
Yeah.
on for dear life. So he doesn't really say or do anything, but the
Huh.
little brother definitely takes advantage of the situation, gives him a peck, and then
Wow.
goes back in for a
It's
more
weird.
open mouth kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if White Lotus is your first and only exposure to Mike White, and you want to know how weird he can get, go see his earlier film Chuck and Buck. That will mess
Oh.
with your head.
Yeah. And I mean, what's the reaction in gay Twitter, Dad?
Oh, gay Twitter had the big argument about Jason Isaac's prosthetic penis.
well,
And
that's
then,
every season there's a pathetic penis.
right. And then gay Twitter figured out the incest from the very first thing that Zach described, and we're just all waiting for it to happen.
Yeah.
But gay Twitter is convinced one or both of the brothers are the dead ones at the end.
Wait. What's the debate on that it's a prosthetic penis?
Oh, nobody
It is.
believed it was prosthetic at first, and of course it's prosthetic. And then
Oh, of
Jason
course,
Isaac, then Jason Isaacs went public with this whole thing about, I don't know why everybody's making a big deal about this. And he worded it wrong, and he got a lot of blowback about it because he made a stupid sexist comment saying, why is it when women get naked, nobody makes a big deal, but when a man is naked, and it's like, he just said it all wrong.
Oh, yeah. Ouch.
Yeah.
I do like that that Mike White's like, let's show some dicks.
Oh yeah,
I love to see a dick.
Every season,
Love
there's
it.
a murder. Every season there's a dick.
Bring on the dicks.
If you watch Gemstones and White Lotus back to back, you were
exposed to a lot of Gemstones had Goggins.
I get to see Goggins' penis in Gemstones?
Well, it's probably another prosthetic. And the thing about these prosthetics is that it's because there's no balls in them. The ball stack in Gemstones it's empty. So weird.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
It's a turkey neck.
It's a strip. He's got like
a turkey neck.
A fucking roll up.
Oh no!
Well, because they show like the opening scene or his first scene in Gemstones when he first debuts.
Yeah, he stands up and.
But it's not his. He said in an interview like it was a body double, and so he was getting comments about like, hey man, like that's bold, looking good and everything. Like your body looks good, and he's like, that was an actual like 70-year-old man's body, like not his. He's like, wait, I don't look like that.
Thank you so much.
Patrick's was real though, wasn't it?
Patrick's was real.
Yeah.
And isn't that the HBO MO? Like, is there any HBO show that doesn't have male frontal nudity? Like,
they've been trending more that direction for sure.
Yeah.
It's not enough. It's always titties, and I want to see the dicks. And the titties aren't prosthetic. Like, show us your real dicks. Come on.
What if they are?
I need that clip
Not
forever.
always.
It's always titties. Where are the dicks?
Put that on the soundboard next to
literally. I want that on
my tombstone.
Yep.
That's what people always say to me. It's titties. Where are the dicks?
My number one comment on OnlyFans.
I have been rewatching the old White Lotuses, so it's definitely true that this season has been slower, but I still am enjoying the hell out of it.
I think it's been. I mean, it's
been really good.
I just started watching this week and caught up, so I binged it, but so it didn't feel slow to me. But I think it's been excellent. Yeah,
but like the first season is only 6, so shit is already happening by like episode 2, 3.
Is this going to be 8?
This one is 8.
Okay,
so it's been 6, 7, 8. It's getting slightly longer every year.
I'm having trouble with Severance, to be honest.
I still have never gotten in.
I haven't.
Oh, I got a notification that my Apple TV I was getting a free trial, but it was gonna run out if I didn't activate it soon. So I activated it, and I'm gonna give Severance a
go. Give it a spin.
I'm gonna try.
It ended last night, so
I'm gonna do my best.
One of the more recent episodes was a drag. It just took forever to get through.
Well, but the finale is a banger. So report back after you watch the last one.
I keep struggling.
To the people would complain about White Lotus being slow. That's the point of the show, because it's all of the Easter eggs that we're looking for throughout the course of it. Each episode, you're trying to like everybody's making a big deal about the blender, and that's going to play a role in one of the deaths, and all of those. It's all the small little nuggets. These are all the theories, but that's the point
White
of the
Lotus
show.
one, first episode. Hey, there's this poison fruit in your room, or not in your room, but in there like pool area.
Yeah.
Hey, don't touch this fruit. It's poisonous. Hey, also let's bring a blender in here.
Yeah.
Oh,
poison fruit.
There's always subtle
in the
like
blender.
Chekhov's blender.
Doesn't feel that slow to me. Really.
I fucking hate that stuff. I hate because like when the show Lost, they're like, oh, that book that's off the corner of the table, that's supposed to tell you. I'm like, get over yourself.
Do you guys think that it's monkeys killing people? Or I
hope the end is just a monkey with a gun.
That's what's going around.
A bunch of monkeys.
Yeah.
It's Planet of the Apes.
Just full on going
into the new movie.
Right.
Yeah.
The next season of White Lotus is a.
Oh my god, I would love nothing more.
Let's get Tonka working again.
You know my problem with Severance is, well, I haven't gotten through the first episode, right? I keep trying to watch the first episode and it just doesn't grab me in a way where I'm like, okay, I gotta stick with this. I know eventually I will. I was the same way with Game of Thrones. I know eventually I'll break through and I'll enjoy it. But every time someone's telling me about Severance, one of the big selling points is like, oh, there's this great scene where someone dances. that doesn't do it for me.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna love like
What?
Like that's not gonna
talking about the melon
sell me
party?
on.
Right.
I don't
the
I don't know. Like
dance
season one, I
experience.
guess. Yeah.
It's the dance experience.
And like I'm sure it's an enjoyable scene.
That's what
not
they're
gonna get me
selling
to
it
wanna
on?
watch.
I mean,
eventually it comes up every time.
That's
so weird. I would never even think about that.
Know about that because part of the reason that it's good is because it's such a sharp left turn from the tone of the show up until.
I mean, I guess at this point, like it's been long enough that like it deserves to be spoiled, right? Like, yeah.
Well, absolutely. I just mean that like me telling you, hey, there's this cool dance scene.
Yeah,
does not capture the like sharp turn that the show take to do it.
Yeah, but Anthony, that was the meme. That was the meme.
Of course. Yeah. It's because it's colorful and he's a great dancer. So like I get it. But I mean, like they just finished their second season. Severance is a show that like slow start for sure, like actual slow start, but it's setting the tone of the thing. 3-year layoff.
Right.
Between 1 and 2, which is fucking crazy.
Is it going to be like a 3-season thing?
Or yeah, like they just renewed it this morning.
Okay.
3rd season.
I think it might be 4. I mean, it's become a huge hit now, so I would not.
It depends on how many playoff games the Knicks
get. I mean, Zach, but that's I don't know anything about the show. I don't have any real thoughts about it, but it is annoying how much NBA Twitter has become all about Severance because Ben Stiller's a Knicks fan.
Blame Howard Beck.
Right.
Blame Howard
Yeah,
Beck.
and it becomes a whole thing now where everybody talks about that. It's like it become a part of NBA Twitter is you have to know about Severance because of Ben Stiller. I'm like, fucking hell.
Yeah,
I do like that Ben Stiller tweeted about the Knicks game at the Oscars.
That part was funny. Yeah. I don't know. He's a Knicks fan. I'm not trying to he's a genuine Knicks fan. Like I'm not trying to, but it becomes a whole thing where it's like now you have to be if you're going to talk about the Knicks, you got to throw a Ben Stiller Severance reference, and it's like get
for sure.
Out of here.
But the first season 1 finale is definitely up there with one of the best episodes they've done, and the season 2 finale is really good too. They do finales
Does it end
really
on
well.
a cliffhanger?
I mean, kind of, but like you kind of have to.
I love that there's a cliffhanger that was 3-year layoff.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't.
The cliffhanger into a 3-year
finish an arc though. Like it's okay to finish an arc.
See what you do with these shows, Eden, is you answer some questions and then you create some more. So
right, you throw the thread out.
The finale gives you a lot of info and answers and stuff, but then also, you got to roll it forward. You can't because if it was all answered or whatever, then it'd be the end. Let's answer a question. So Bonk's Adventure has
50 minutes into the show.
Bonk's Adventure has been desperately trying to get us to do a battle royale of mascots question. And he keeps bringing it up. And it's like, what? Oh, you just keep ignoring my battle royale mascots question. And so then he made teams. So there's a battle royale to the death between mascots. Here are your teams. Cereal mascot team. Captain Crunch, Tony the Tiger, Lucky the Leprechaun, Trix Rabbit, Toucan Sam. Fast food mascots, the Burger King, Colonel Sanders, What a Guy from Whataburger, Chuck E. Cheese, and Jackbox. That's crazy that that's his name. And then the NWO
that's
team.
His name?
Christ.
Jackbox.
That is not his name.
And then
Jackbox
the NWO
is something
team,
different in Katie's world.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid Man, Chester Cheetah, M&M's, Hamburger Helper Glove, and the Philly Fanatic.
Wait.
The one with the tiger is going to win.
The first one.
Yeah.
The one with the massive tiger.
I want a captain, not a colonel. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Especially that colonel ain't been colonelling much lately.
I feel like the Kool-Aid Man is going to do well.
He's made of glass.
The fast food one, they all
He's
make
made
it
of glass.
uncomfortable.
He is made of indestructible glass, Zach, because he can crash through walls.
Yeah, that's true. He does crash
if I
through
tip
walls.
him over and he pours out, is he dead?
Oh.
No, he's just lighter.
No,
he's faster. Does he become more agile?
He's not as strong anymore.
Yeah, he's not Kool-Aid anymore. Now he's just a container.
Eden, pour out your cup and tell us.
All right, let's see.
Eden, throw your cup against the wall. See if it goes through the wall or if it breaks.
See if that messes it up.
The Burger King. I wouldn't want to be anywhere around that guy.
Yeah, he's a creep for sure.
M&M's duo aren't doing anything.
No.
Are they
Not with
mascots?
those bodies.
Colonel Sanders isn't doing anything. Jack
No.
Box
Too old.
is just
Yeah,
going
he's
to try
way too
to
old.
have a board meeting and pitch you a
board
Colonel
meeting.
Sanders is
snack.
just yelling
He
racist
does
shit
love
from
his
the
board
side.
meetings.
I'm just gonna say it. Bad question to be pestering us with.
Oh, there you go. There's the
better
discussion
options.
Heard it here
of a
first.
Count Chocula, Blueberry, Frankenberry team, but we thought they
Now
would
we're
be too
talking.
dominant. Too dominant.
You had M&M's on one.
Yeah.
Wait, so cereal isn't cereal in the lead here because we already have the tiger and the Draculas? Like, isn't
Seems
it kind
like
of
it. Also, is a
hard
battle
to-
royale
And you have the captain. You can just
have
sail
teams,
away.
or do they then turn on their team members?
Right. I think you're looking at like what was it like?
It's like the
Survivor
Anchorman
Series
show,
or
like
whatever?
like an
I was
Anchorman.
thinking Anchorman. I was thinking
The
Anchorman. where they
Anchorman,
show
back
up and
alley,
it's teams.
brawl.
Yeah, like
Yep. I think the Kool-Aid Man and Tony the Tiger are the heavyweights here.
I'm telling you, tip him over. He's done.
yeah. I'm not sure. If, I think the Kool-Aid Man's
He's
looks
not
all
light on
tough,
his
but he ain't
feet.
that. Yeah, I don't think he's that guy. It's just, he's not a heavyweight.
Big tough guy.
Imagine Zach's sumo wrestler experience, but with the Kool-Aid Man.
But if you tip them over and all the blood ran out of them,
What
they
if you
would not be able to
can't
fight.
tip him over because his mass is his center of gravity is so
All
strong.
those guys got tipped over. Some of the small guys tipped over the big guys. I saw crazy things in that sumo arena.
Oh boy, he's still not ready to talk about it yet.
Crazy things.
Yeah,
I saw-
Kool-Aid Man is going to win. Sorry. Center of
I saw-
gravity. He's going to win.
Tiger. It's a massive tiger.
Mates, you got an
100
ally though. Your dad's an ally. He's back.
I
on
saw
your team.
190
I don't care.
man,
He's never
a
cared.
300 plus pound man to the ground. The
Let me ask you a
physics would
question.
make sense.
Do you think a sumo wrestler is gonna beat a tiger in real life? No.
Great point. No
Especially not that
chance.
guy that took all that salt and mocked the other guy by throwing it in the ring. No,
Oh, the
pissed
salt.
him off.
The salt.
Because you're supposed to take some salt, and he took as much as you could handle and just
A
tossed it.
disrespectful amount.
Very disrespectful.
All right. Jay by the dipshit 36 wants to know what's a favorite song of yours that has a horrible title?
Oh,
Oh man,
For
there's
example,
definitely.
Gotta Jaboo by Fish. I felt like a slur. And
Gotta
House
what?
Dog Party
That-
Favor
that-
by the Disco Biscuits.
first of all, you like a
I'm-
song by Fish.
By the way,
That's the
I'm not
problem
100%
there.
Sure, that's not a slur. Like
I will say though, fish food is a great flavor of Ben and Jerry's,
Yeah, absolutely.
and I think it was inspired by the band.
Yeah, it was.
So
What does that contain?
it's chocolate
What's
ice
in
cream
that?
with the marshmallow fluff, caramel, and little chocolate fish.
Yeah,
I know it sounds weird, but it actually
No,
goes
it
together
worked.
really well.
and I don't like a lot of chocolatey stuff, but it worked.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm not
like a lot
usually a
of
chocolate. Yeah, I
marshmallow.
don't go
It
with.
was kind of like
chocolate.
almost like a Rocky
not a
Road
lot.
variation.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
It worked.
It's better than Rocky Road though. I think.
Yeah,
The chocolate fish are really good, and I don't even usually like chocolate in ice cream because chocolate and ice cream usually just doesn't. I don't know. It's like the texture's weird, but it works.
I'm with you.
Ally, thank
Of
you.
course you are.
Elvis Costello has a song called Put Your Big Toe in the Milk of Human Kindness.
Ooh, that's
I hate
ouch.
that.
That's tough.
Sounds like an OnlyFans.
That's-
that's
Pink Floyd, speaking of, Pink Floyd has a song titled Several Species of Small Furry Animals Gathered Together in a Cave and Grooving with a Pict.
Yep.
That whole thing is a title.
That's
Yep.
too long.
Pink Floyd.
That's too long.
That's what he does.
I don't like that.
If you really want great bad song titles, you have to pretty much go to country music.
Oh, what's the one? I know the song is super problematic, but is the title of that Glenn Williams song just "Young Girl"? And it's like
that
young
isn't
girl
Glenn Williams. That's Gary Puckett of the Union Gap.
Gary Puckett. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Gary Puckett.
Oh
yeah. It's like "Young Girl, Get Out of My Mind." That's the the chorus.
Yeah.
But I think it's just titled "Young Girl."
Loretta Lynn had a great country song called "You're the Reason Our Kids Are So Ugly," which I just love.
That's a great title.
Yeah,
that's an incredible title.
That gets it. That gets the message across. Yeah, that's the number one. That's the number one song on this listicle here from Loretta Lynn. How about the Crystals? He hit me. Parentheses, and it felt like a kiss.
Oh, that's a good song with a really
wow.
That was a song that Carole King wrote in her early days when she worked at the Brill Building, just turning out song after song after song, and it was literally about their babysitter who turned out to have a boyfriend who she came to take care of the kids one night, and she had a black eye or something, and typical white patriarchy, what it does to women, the woman said, well, when he hits me, it's only because he loves me so much. And it's like, she literally said that. And Carol went to her husband, Jerry, and said, we have to write a song about this. And
right. That was the response. We got to go write a song.
He's like, should we call the cops? Like, nah.
No.
I'm inspired.
What can we do when he hits me? What does it feel like? It's
country music supergroup, the Notorious Cherry Bombs, have a song called "It's Hard to Kiss the Lips at Night That Chew Your Ass Out All Day Long."
That's just marriage.
Speak for yourself.
I agree.
Aaron Wilburn had a song called "If My Nose Were Running Money, I'd Blow It All on You."
I mean, "Rape Me" is not a great song title.
That's
tough.
That's a
tough one.
That's tough one, really, sort of.
Yeah.
That's What about "I Like Bananas" (parentheses) because they have no bone?
What?
By the Hoosier Hot Shot.
Parentheses in a song title.
I don't like it.
Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? That was a good one.
Wow. That's a title, huh?
That's a title.
An image I don't really want to have.
Yeah.
Why was that a thing? Like was gum expensive? Like you
don't want to.
We're about to be back there, Eden.
If all the flavor's not out of it, I ain't getting rid of the gum.
That's some good
Get
gum.
another stick of gum.
Wow. Okay, Mr. Moneybags.
Yeah, I will. I can afford it.
Okay, good for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Here's what you're getting for Christmas.
Trident Vibes.
Good vibes.
What flavor
only,
is that?
baby.
What flavor?
Looks
Green.
like spearmint.
Spearmint Rush. Here, I'll try some right now.
That color green is always spearmint.
Yeah,
I
but they have
spearmint.
names like usually like not just spearmint.
Yeah.
Ooh, what a rush.
Like Arctic Blast.
Yeah.
That's a lighter blue.
Oh, nice.
But Zach's totally right.
Zach knows his gums.
I know
Wow,
my gum.
I am
know my
impressed. I am
gum.
impressed.
It's gum and breath mint, same color scheme all the way to the flavors and titles.
All right, I got a couple more here. At the gas station of love, I got the self-service pump.
That's actually pretty funny.
These are too long.
Same note too.
Yeah. Well, it's telling a story here, you know.
If you need the title to be that long to tell the story, you're doing something wrong.
Telling the promise.
Don't give me a plastic saddle because I want to feel that leather when I ride.
I had $1 for every time I said that.
Is that James Joyce?
Billy broke my heart at Walgreens and I cried all the way to Sears.
What? Is that real?
Not even CVS?
Hand me the pool cue and call yourself an ambulance.
That's just dumb.
What a lazy bully.
Yep.
Can't get the pool cue yourself.
But kind of a thoughtful one, you know?
Hand me my weapon and call the ambulance, you little bitch.
I'll wait till you call the ambulance.
How did you get so ugly overnight?
Are these just elementary school like recess?
That's kind of a compliment. Like you weren't ugly yesterday.
Your mom is so fat. Parentheses.
Oh, a Snaps book? Oh my God. Snaps books in the 90s? Nothing more devastating. Nothing more devastating.
I spent my last $10 on birth control and beer.
Brother, been
there, done that.
Yeah.
Don't puke it up, sister.
I went back to my fourth wife for the third time and gave her a second chance to make a first-class fool out of me.
Sounds like the
got
whole
it.
chorus.
Got it. Yeah. Do the math.
If the devil danced in empty pockets, he'd have a ball in mine. If the jukebox took teardrops.
Oh boy.
I think Maids is just making these up at this point.
I know. I was like, we would never know. We would
just
never
looking around
know.
the room. If the refrigerator closes at midnight, you're a whore.
I'm quitting wild turkey, cold turkey. I'm just an old chunk of coal, parentheses, but I'm going to be a diamond someday.
Oh my God. Sounds like some shit an influencer said on a TikTok.
That's actually my tramp stamp, but thank you. Coal for now, baby. Just wait.
One day when you swing that skillet, parentheses, my face ain't going to be there.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, there's your country song list, Dad.
A lot
That's
of
what you wanted.
domestic violence.
A lot of domestic violence. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
One of these days, I'm moving my face when you swing that pan at me.
It's like one of those things where it's like you have to make sure they know the song is about domestic violence, so you put it in the title. You can't be subtle. It has to be in the title. Yeah.
Domestic violence.
Goodbye, Earl.
They should all have in parentheses what crime is being committed across the board.
Chip Skylark wants to know, what would your touchdown celebration be if given the opportunity?
I've thought about this a lot. I mean, not touchdown, but I just think about like celebration. I would take J.R. Smith's 3-point air guitar celebration.
That's a good one.
Down on one knee?
Yes. The whole that's one of my all-time favorites.
Speaking as captain of the pep band, we always had to play the fight song whenever there was a touchdown. So that's all I got. I don't got anything else. I couldn't make up a move because I was too busy conducting the band.
But if you could, what would you do?
I don't
What if you
know.
maybe you take the football and you act like it's the wand or whatever you call it, and you like just start conducting the band in the end zone.
Oh, nice. I like that. I would also probably do some like K-pop choreography or something that nobody would recognize except for me. Yeah.
If the defensive coordinator was on the field and not up in the booth, I would run and hand the ball to him.
I knew you would. That's exactly as soon as you said if he's on the field, I'm like, oh, Zach's gonna give him the ball. Yeah. That's exactly what's
nice.
I would do it every time.
I would try to work with my teammates to do a choreographed dance routine for each touchdown.
I did like the White Chicks rendition.
The White Chicks dance, yeah. Well, Cam Bynum this year he put on a tour de force of like defensive celebration reactions. He had a different, very well planned one every single time.
I like the if you're a defender though, like putting away your sword after a big play. You see that a lot now. I kind of like that one. It's I'm always like, all right, I could rock with that.
Jarrett Allen had a good sack celebration when he was on the Vikings. He was pretty funny. My favorite one ever, and it was so stupid, was when Joe Horn hid like a flip phone.
Yeah, that was great.
In the bottom of the pad. I'd do that. Yeah. I'd hide a like old ass cell phone.
Yeah.
The Zach Morris flip phone
and answer it.
Tio with the Sharpie and the sock was great, man.
The Sharpie and the sock was good
That's
too.
Hilarious.
Did Joe Horn have a flip phone in each goalpost? Because he doesn't know at what point, or was somebody's
Question.
was somebody's job when they flip field like one of like
There's probably some equipment manager.
Guys,
like, all right, go put it
He's like, fuck, he didn't score in the first quarter. I got to go get the phone and run 100 yards and tuck it underneath the other one with nobody seeing me.
Discreetly.
And you just see him just sprinting, dead sprint, trying to get to the other end.
I think in terms of simplicity, I'd probably do like Frankenstein walk and then spike it. That's kind of like the Gronk, Gronk spike, but a Frankenstein.
If I could, I'd do the moonwalk.
The moonwalk?
Drop into the splits.
Yeah, with
the end zone.
With the cleats.
The Sean Jordan. The Sean Jordan drop into the splits. I like that. Yeah. That'd be good.
We just get halfway down.
And tear your groin.
Yep.
Ouch. I go all the way, baby, to the floor.
Foresight wants to know, if there was nothing left to eat, would you rather eat questionable oysters / raw bar or questionable sushi? And by questionable, I mean you're in a landlocked state. They don't mention their sources. However, said restaurant is known for their raw bar sushi.
I don't understand the question, and I refuse to answer it.
Well, I'm allergic to oysters, so
I think if you go with questionable sushi, there are options that are pretty safe still. Like California roll doesn't that's just imitation crab and avocado. And if you get like shrimp tempura, that's fully cooked. Like it's hard to mess up shrimp tempura. Like you can do it not well, but at the end of the day, it's still fried shrimp inside of a sushi roll. Like it's not gonna be good, but at least you're the less likely to get sick from it, is what I mean.
Even if you don't have those options, I'm still probably going sushi. There's just
raw bar is more dangerous.
Stuff. Yeah.
There's also this in 2025, the landlocked thing, it just doesn't. It's not that
also frozen.
It's not that hard.
Frozen a lot of the time.
Anymore. Yeah, it's not.
If it was, if you're in the middle of nowhere, and some place is saying fresh sushi, that's a no.
Like 4 hours from the airport. 4 hour drive from the airport. So it had to you don't know how it got there.
Montana.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't know how reliable that
7-Eleven.
refrigerator truck was in the middle of the summer.
But I think sushi is definitely
safer.
The slightly.
What if it's
safer
just like
option
sashimi?
there.
Let's take the
still.
We're talking raw no matter what. So we're talking just sashimi or just raw bar.
Sashimi.
Still going sashimi, but
same.
Now you're playing with fire. Now you're
Now but at least now the question's evened out a little bit, right?
Yeah.
How do you want to get sick from sushi or do you want to get sick from oysters?
I get sick from oysters all the time, so I have no choice.
Unfortunately for Zach.
I get violently ill one way for sure.
Paul Bull.
And the other one's just maybe you get violently ill.
Yeah, the other one's all right. 50%.
Not 100%. So
right.
Wants us to do dill or no dill, and there's no way anybody's gonna dill this. So Paul, you know what you're doing.
Oh no!
Putting the madness in March Madness by floating Guinness on top of Monster Nitro.
I wouldn't dill either of those separately.
I hate that.
Yeah. About.
You don't
if I see someone drinking a Monster, I don't know if I can be friends with you.
It looks
I'll take
cute.
a draft in the UK with a little black currant on top, mixed in. I'll do that. But no, I don't like a heavy beer. I don't like a stout.
No.
I don't like I don't. I mean, I'm not a big beer person in the first place.
Yeah.
So
it's a waste of time and space.
That's what is a loaf of bread.
What is dill?
Yes.
Dill means yes, we would try it. We would like it. And no dill means we would not.
It's like deal or no deal, but with
I would
herbs.
not. Thank you.
So no dill.
No dill.
Dad, have you ever had a Monster energy drink?
Oh God, no. No.
Have you ever had any kind of energy drink?
Any energy drink?
They all have sugar in them. They're just like drinking
sugar-free Red Bull.
I know. 20, 30 years ago. Was there some kind of weird 80s energy drink that you had?
I think I had when it first came out, because the first thing I can remember is Red Bull.
Oh.
And I remember having a sip of Red Bull and saying, this tastes like somebody took Dr. Pepper and tried to make it worse. And I never had any more of it. It's disgusting.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
All right. And then Zach wants a blind reaction on a TikTok thing that I have to pull up here. How am I going to do this? Dead air while I work technically.
Okay, well, let me ask this question. While you do your stalling thing, what's the deal with gas station etiquette? Because I went to have to refill gas the other day, and it's like when you're at everybody's so worried about the prices. The gas station near us always has the cheapest prices. It's always packed, and then it just becomes a pure clusterfuck of just chaos when you're trying to figure out like somebody's coming in from this end and someone's coming in from this end. Yeah, and there's absolutely no order. And I know for sure I just pulled right in because the car in front of me had the fuel tank on the other side, and they were on the wrong side. So I just pulled right in and started filling up. And just like the look the lady gave, I'm like, you're like in the wrong lane. Like, what am I supposed to do?
I will tell you that in the 70s, when during the fuel crisis, and you could only fill up your car on odd or even days, depending on the last digit of your license plate. You would have to get to the gas station 2 or 3 hours ahead of time to get in line to fill up your gas tank.
Wow.
So
that's how it is at Costco.
Yeah. That's how it is at Costco. But the Costco's they've got wide, narrow. The world was not prepared for those kind of lines when the gas crisis happened. And so the lines would like literally go down the street, block other businesses' driveways, make traffic.
Oh my God.
It was the worst. It was the worst.
I mean, it's not quite the same as parking, but in terms of like, it's kind of it's a little hard for me to visualize. But this person thought you cut them off.
Yeah, but I mean, like, my point is, like, you're supposed to wait in the line for the one where your fuel tank is on the line with that side to get the gas. It's not.
I don't think so though, because you can pull it around the back of the car. Right?
It's long enough.
I've seen people say that. I've never seen it once.
I've done that a zillion times because I am an Asian female driver and I just like never knew. Like I was just like,
it doesn't even occur to me
which side. Yeah, I don't even think about it. I'm just like, if I need to pull up a little bit more to pull it around the other side, then I do. But
it's just funny. And then the other side of it too is like, look, where the fuel pumps are, you can enter in from both sides. So there's always, cars coming in from the one side and cars coming in on the other side. And there's that weird moment of like, well, who's supposed to go? What's the thing? And just while everybody waits, it's just like, all right, we're just
I feel like it's not really that established.
Right. It sounds like it's on the gas station to like create some order if this has been going on for a long time.
It's capitalism, man. That's what it is. If this was a socialist state, there'd be rules and lines and you do it right. Okay.
Yeah.
So there.
Yeah, man.
Fucking capitalists.
Keep pointing at the camera, man. Yeah.
Oh, my thing. The screen does.
George Washington, man. Yeah, he was in the cult, man. That cult was into aliens, man.
I could listen to you do this all day.
Sorry, I have to like really squint my eyes. George Washington, he was in this cult, man. Slater from Dazed and Confused, the legend. Zach sent a video that he wants us to react to, and then he's left.
Not even here. He said StreamYard crashed for him. Yeah,
we don't need him.
Crashed. We don't need him. All right.
We have to do it for the plot. We have to do it for the plot anyway.
We all want to know.
Here we go.
Oh,
it's my language. I'm there.
Supporting acting performances, and because of the circumstances we're in right now and being home, I just genuinely would love to know, like,
where is this effect?
Like, is it something you keep in your office? Is it something that you see on a daily basis? I'm just genuinely interested. Mr. Washington, I'll start with you. Like, I know you won for Glory and Training Day, but where do you keep it?
Here's the most egotistical answer you could ever get. People say, where do you keep your Oscar? I said, next to the other one.
Maze.
Rami, for you, where do you keep yours?
By itself.
Why the bats?
Denzel's so happy.
The dumbest thing is that I honest to God don't know where it is right now because I've moved and I had this crazy house in LA that was rather easy to lose something in. It's kind of industrial property, but I honestly don't know where it is right at the moment.
I know Maze is a big Jared Leto fan, so I just wanted to
I love it.
this morning.
I love
it.
Mo's right though. What is this bird
I don't
cloud
know.
effect?
I have
That's
no idea.
terrible.
I was
It's probably like a trending filter on TikTok.
Yep.
Yeah, it must be.
Like there's
Has
no
to
other
be.
reason you would use that.
He's so infuriating to look at. I mean, he just looks
He
like
is.
the
He
worst.
really is.
Look at that.
What did he win an Oscar for again? I forgot.
Dallas Buyers
Buyers
Club.
Club.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Oh.
But I
Trying to
mean,
zoom in on his face,
the
but it won't let
perfect
me.
use of him was when he got started. It was on My So-Called Life, and he
Mhm.
played a cute boy in the hallway who never spoke, and Angela just basically she just imagined that what he was thinking, but he wasn't thinking anything because he's empty inside. It was a brilliant use of him, and he's been that way ever since. Every time that man opens his mouth, I just go, what?
I love hearing you say this as I just see him vacantly staring at us in the shot.
It really does feel like it's like the most quintessentially Jared Leto answer that he would give,
So
and like go into explain
one,
how it's
I
like
don't know where it is, and then I lost
an
it. This house is very industrial.
space.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
industrial.
Industrial
What the fuck
space is
does
where I
that
was
mean?
like-
I don't
Is he
know.
living in a warehouse?
Don't
That he
know.
bought?
Exposed pipes. It was like my apartment in downtown. It's industrial.
I bought
like your friend that was living in that warehouse, Maze.
Those
I
lofts.
bought an old tire factory, and I'm living
Odds.
there, and that's where my cult is headquartered these days. Is in a tire factory, and
It's
yeah,
like
I
this
don't know.
industrial space. Like,
However, I do need to make this perfectly clear. I would do him. Thank you.
Oh, he's hot.
And
Yeah,
I'd
he's
like
hot.
to make this perfectly clear. I'd like to see him in White Lotus because he's got a hog.
Yep.
Can we give
Mike White,
Denzel?
start the campaign now.
Can we
Yes.
give Denzel?
Two
Can we
signatures
take
already.
away one of Denzel's Oscars for this fake laugh he gave?
Oh, it's
Rami
a
Malek?
horrible. It's a horrible.
So hard too. It's like, oh, come on.
Also, is Rami? Does it didn't look like it, but it sounds like he still has the Freddie Mercury teeth in it when he talks. Does he just
Maybe
have
it's
that
his
forever
twin.
now? Oh, maybe it is.
He-
his twin, yeah.
He had to do it for so long that it's just he's stuck with
like
it.
just
It
him
probably
now.
wakes up.
yeah, and the method
Every day
is
he
stuck with
he
him,
talks
yeah.
and he's trying
It's how,
to change
it's how
it. and he's
Lawrence
like, "Fuck,
Lawrence
it's not
Fishburne
like
is just
that."
always Morpheus now, no matter what
Right,
he does.
yeah.
yeah,
And Austin Butler will forever sound like Elvis.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also got to say,
Terrible.
starting with this gentleman, who I have no
I
idea
thought
who
that was
this guy
Jeremiah Watkins at first.
I thought it
know.
was AI. I thought it was an AI generated guy.
It looks like AI. It really does.
And then going to Denzel and realizing, oh wow, he must be interviewing some pretty elite people. And then the next two people are Jared Leto and Rami Malek, and that's your Oscar. We're putting all three of them in the same bucket because, thank you, Academy.
I almost cut it out because I'm really bummed that they do reveal Jared Leto before his answer.
Yeah,
I almost like edited to cut it out with like get his little laugh out of there
they
because
just sneak that smile.
No, Zach, I
Those
thought
blue eyes,
it was
though.
edited in. I thought it was edited in.
Oh, yeah.
Like I didn't realize that he was there until he started talking about his answer. I thought like someone just edited it in a clip of him laughing for fun. Like I thought that was an editorial decision.
Zach, how did you find him? He's only got one TikTok follower.
It came through. I don't know. It came through today on the algorithm. I have no idea.
Zach's the follower.
I don't know. My algorithm is super weird right now. I hate it.
I would actually go with what you suggested, Eden. I think this is completely AI generated. Yeah,
Yeah.
It looks
feels like
fake.
it. Yeah.
But it's because of that weird background. I think is the thing
But
that
or
makes it
is
look
the
so
background there to
Mask.
cover
Fake
to obscure
AI,
some of the
yeah.
weird stuff that AI is not that good at generating,
Mhm.
like ears.
Right. What is that red background behind Jared
Right
Leto
there.
there?
Yeah.
There's something going on there.
It's very industrial.
Oh, it isn't. Oh, maybe that's where he's at his old home, looking for the
Looks
Oscars.
like
Looks like a
an
clock
old, like,
tower.
trophy or something.
Looks like a minaret.
This is when they were all in the little things together in 2021. So this is an aggregation of what. This isn't the guy's original account, Dad. This is an aggregation. But if he really only had 4 minutes for this interview, that's a dog shit question.
Yeah.
Where's your Oscar?
Where's your Oscar?
Jesus Christ.
Also, Denzel's given that answer so many times.
Yeah.
That it's like,
Yeah.
you already know what his answer is going to be. Why are you asking this?
And then Rami's
Denzel even
like,
admits
by itself. You only have one, you peasant.
Loser.
Maze, I love that reaction.
Such an overlap. Good God.
He shouldn't have gotten that one, if we're being honest.
Let's see it again.
Oh God.
Katie choosing
People
violence.
say, where do you keep your Oscar? I said, next to the other one. And they're lonely.
Rami, for you, where do you keep yours?
By itself.
That's a mean laughing at any guest on any show.
But let's. I didn't
Oh my
catch the
God.
first time. I didn't catch the first time when he said they're lonely. When Denzel
Give me more. I'm greed. Greed is good. I want more Oscars. Give me those Oscars. Okay. Anusian says, in honor of the French pizza from a couple weeks ago, your favorite sandwich as a pizza, dill or no dill?
I love a Philly cheesesteak pizza.
A banh mi pizza?
I was just thinking that too. Banh mi pizza.
That could work.
I'm not mad at it. Yeah.
That could work. Like it. Well, is this a cop out to be like if it was like a flatbread pizza, thin crust pizza?
No, because you're making it.
Yeah. Okay. If I could go thin crust,
I think the rule is you have to use the same ingredients.
Okay. Yeah. Then yeah, I'll do that.
I would eat that. I would try that for sure.
The thing is, like, didn't Domino's do a Philly cheesesteak pizza? Like, that's my favorite sandwich, and but their cheesesteak pizza sucked.
It's not terrible for Domino's. It's better than their other pizza, which is gross.
No, their regular pizza's
but it has to be thin crust, like crispy.
I don't think Katie's had it in like 7 years.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God,
Domino's
I literally sent receipts.
Domino's got their shit together. It's not.
I've ordered.
I'm not saying it's great pizza. It's just not bad anymore.
Okay.
That guy Deep Fry says shrimp po' boy pizza. I don't know. I
don't like seafood on pizza.
I don't.
Fried.
It would have lettuce.
Fried
it would have lettuce.
Too.
Yeah, it would have lettuce and tomato.
It'd have to be chopped up, if anything, and then I think you're kind of losing the texture of the shrimp that I want.
Well, interestingly enough, my favorite sandwich is usually a meatball sandwich with provolone, which would make a great pizza.
That's
provolone.
Provolone. Yeah.
Provolone.
Provolone. What don't you understand?
You combine it with bologna and provolone.
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 I don't think a Reuben pizza
Very
works.
authentic. A what pizza?
I don't think a Reuben pizza works. I don't think that's.
I mean,
working.
I love a classic turkey sandwich. That's not translating.
No, turkey on pizza.
Turkey on a pizza, no thank you.
And neither is like a bacon, egg, and cheese
a
breakfast
BLT.
sandwich.
Any breakfast sandwich
pizza
really
sure does.
working. It's not.
I've had a breakfast pizza. It's fine.
What's the sauce for the breakfast pizza though? Because it can't be tomato sauce.
It's usually a cheese sauce or like a sausage gravy.
Lots of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking there used to be that microwavable breakfast pizza from back in the day that we used to get from like Sam's, like Wholesale Club. Like I think it was like one of those in the freezer section. And I'm like, it wasn't terrible.
Bites always worked.
Yeah. And I think it did have Katie. I think it did have that like gravy as the sauce base.
Yeah.
And it had like sausage, egg, and cheese. But is it a pizza then still? Like, it's like
it is. I consulted with my ancestors and will allow it.
Okay.
My favorite sandwich is this. It's called
there's
the
like roast beef
Atomic,
and
but it's
avocado.
like corned beef, turkey, and pastrami
Oh,
with lettuce, tomato, whatever. I don't think that works either. I think the more like if it's a lunch meat style pizza, it's not really working. If it's like a chicken cutlet sandwich, I don't think that's really working.
That would be tough.
It
It could be like a calzone maybe, but not a pizza.
And I was trying to think, like, my favorite sandwich from St. James Cheese Factory in New Orleans has like a basil pesto sauce, and it has salami and fresh mozzarella, and the option to add an egg. And I'm
I think that works fine.
That's a pizza.
I think that could work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd eat that. Still.
BLT wouldn't work.
No.
The lettuce and the tomato. Yeah.
Lettuce just on the pizza.
Yeah, lettuce in general is out.
On a taco pizza, a little shredded lettuce I will allow.
But not before you cook it.
Yeah.
You don't want it like.
Oh,
you're
Zach,
gonna,
I know where you're going.
Domino's is so but like, a
taco
pizza.
pizza.
I don't mind
I don't.
I'm sorry, Katie. I have to side with Zach here.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm so surprised.
Oh, I have to side with Zach. Oh, it's you twist my arm. I'll agree with Zach Harper about something. Oh,
I
whatever.
love a Philly cheesesteak pizza and a taco pizza. My ancestors.
My ancestors.
I said
a peanut butter and jelly pizza.
A dessert pizza.
Yay.
If the jelly is somehow made into the sauce,
I've had that.
And it's not tomato based, that could work.
You have to leave out the tomato and probably the cheese, quite frankly.
Well, yeah, it's just peanut butter and jelly on a pizza crust.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a grilled peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
But is there a cheese that would work? Like if you threw some ricotta
I was
up top,
thinking
if you threw like a little
ricotta might work.
A little brie, a little melted brie up top.
Yeah.
That could work.
Yeah.
Brie on a PB&J.
I'm not saying it's. Look, I'm just trying to find a cheese that could work there.
Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to lock myself in the kitchen for 6 weeks this summer, and I'm going to come up with the ultimate pizza.
And he'll have the recipe down, so the day he passes, you'll be able to find it, and then you can make it for us.
Can't wait.
And then you can write a song about it.
Can't wait.
My dad died, and all I got was this lousy recipe. Parentheses. PB&J pizza.
It was PB&J pizza that he spent 6 weeks perfecting.
And then we'll give you the wrong ingredients when he writes it. It'll be the big tablespoon and not the small one.
I found my dad's recipe for PB&J pizza. Parentheses. The secret ingredient is tears.
So true.
And as we continue to stare into Jared Leto's
wait, real quick. This is a hard left turn, and we can just end on this. But
oh boy,
someone mentioned the word gravy. Does anybody remember? Like, what happened to Young Gravy? Do you remember him? He was like a thing last year, and he's gone now. And I actually thought the reason I bring it up is I thought about it when I drove to the coffee shop this morning. He just popped in my head. I was like, whatever happened to Young Gravy? Is he alive?
What is a Young Gravy?
It was like is he a rapper? Or he's just
a
like
white rapper who was dating somebody's mom.
Dating Lisa Ann at one point. I know that.
He's he has a photo from a week ago.
Well, good. He's alive
with the Rizzler. So
he's
alive and well.
No, Papa Mace, you do not want to know who the Rizzler is.
Okay? No. The reason I'm asking about the Rizzler is because my kids we're having a big graffiti problem at my school, and one of the kids is tagging everything the Rizzler.
Oh no!
So imagine, Dad. So imagine my cousin Bruno.
Oh fuck!
At age 10.
Not oh fuck.
But he's got 10 million followers on social media because his dad takes him to Costco and he does this.
Oh, you're kidding.
Oh, that's who that is?
It's like Bruno went viral.
No.
Yes.
Oh my lord.
Well, nothing's better than imagine our cousin Bruno, but without anything else. Oh,
That's it. Imagine my cousin Bruno. Oh no. Not
anything
Bruno.
But Bruno.
I mean, he's built just like my cousin Bruno as a kid. So
wow.
I smell a new movie.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, I mean,
Vinny who? Bring my cousin Bruno to the big screen.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
He is a 9-year-old from New Jersey who has 1 million Instagram followers for essentially for making a face.
And
They're bigger
he's
on
where
TikTok,
Riz face
right?
comes from.
Yes, this is the Riz face.
Oh,
This is child abuse, by the way.
He's white Terrio, right?
Oh.
Remember Terrio?
Dude, we just
Yeah.
watched. We just
Personality.
But Terrio was
documentary.
unintentional, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's
Yeah,
debatable, but
Terrio was-
I think Terrio was more organically brought into the lexicon rather than
Mr. J has
I
a point
hate
here.
Riz.
Mr. J has a point
Me
here.
too. I hate it so
the
much.
kid with the cheeseburger from Richie Rich.
Look, put some respect on Pee Wee. And
Pee Wee's a fucking legend. Oh my
Pee
god.
Wee is actually skinnier than the Rizzler.
Okay, well,
Despite if the Rizzler was holding a cheeseburger in all
yeah,
these,
I
posts.
doubt the Rizzler can play basketball. So there you are.
The Rizzler should
there's
start
definitely
because
videos of him trying to play
childhood
basketball.
obesity.
This is definitely a case of the family.
Child abuse,
There's definitely
neglect.
days where, we just watched a documentary on, I think it was Hulu, of a mother who was basically
Ruby?
YouTubing her
Ruby
entire.
Frankie?
Yeah, Ruby Frankie. Holy shit! This woman's like psychotic.
And
She
Zach,
literally
since
was
you
like,
asked.
"Oh, fuck. It was nuts."
Here's Young Gravy dressed as Tails from
What?
Sonic,
Oh no.
drinking an apple
I thought that was
soju.
MGK.
Same thing. at
Basically,
this
the same
point.
thing. Yeah.
This is the pre-MGK.
Is he like a few weeks
Oh,
away from
God.
rapping at Zach at an Irwan, or is this?
No, this guy is actually, quote
A good
unquote
rapper.
successful. No, well, no, I wouldn't say that.
Okay, not
Just-
good, but
he
but
is
has
successful. Yeah,
had success.
What's his
Yeah.
worst
somehow.
song title?
probably all of them.
Young Gravy songs.
What's his longest song title? Any with
Here's
the
the better
Princess?
question:
Not
How many
familiar with his
songs do you
work.
think he has?
That's a
You
good point.
need
Yeah.
Jesus,
More.
Mr. Clean,
Oh no.
Whip a Tesla. Goodness gracious. No way, Jose. Shining
Was
on my
Tesla,
ex.
like in the last
This
week,
is,
or
this
was
is
it?
AI.
What's up?
Shining
Yeah,
on my
this
ex.
is this is
Yes.
you put into Chat GPT, give me a very Gen Z song album song name, and this
Yeah.
is what it spits out at you.
Yep.
Oh, Papa Maze, do you use Chat GPT or anything?
I teach.
work?
I teach.
Okay. I'm curious. Yeah.
Well, okay, I'll give you the short answer. It has real potential as a tool for organization, and it is
Yeah.
a great tool for kids to help them understand to not be afraid of the blank screen or the white piece of paper, because it can help you get started.
Yeah, I agree.
But I have been putting it through its paces for 2.5 years, and I have a set of questions and things that I
Prompts,
ask of it and tasks that I ask it to do. It has never given me a 100% accurate response.
Same. Yeah.
Because it is not comparable to a search engine. It's
Yeah.
useless as a tool for research, but because it's fast and it's easy. I've got middle schoolers, so my middle schoolers are only vaguely interested. So what I teach is I teach my kids how to use it by trying to break it. And what's so
That's
fun
smart.
is
I like
watching
that.
the
That's fun.
kids
That's
I like
good
that
idea.
too.
come up with the prompts and going, Walter, look what I did. It can't even answer this simple question.
Oh, I
So
love
they
that.
They
Yeah.
know it won't be reliable for research. However, 80% of college papers in first year are written on ChatGPT now. 80%.
That's
I'm
crazy.
so anti AI and all this stuff. Like, I think it's so bad. My only like real experience with it is when I Google something that I'm looking up.
The AI generated response.
AI
pops up,
generated thing
yeah.
that comes
You
up,
can
and
turn it off.
I will glance at that. No, because I like seeing how wrong it is. Because I have a good idea of what I'm trying to find.
Yeah.
And so, like, I just need the specifics of it, but I will start scanning. I'm like, half of this is wrong.
It's still
Like,
just
I know
hallucinating.
half of
Yeah,
this is
it's
wrong
just making
by
up stuff.
glancing. If I dig it, I bet more of it's wrong. And then I'll get down to like the actual search of what I'm trying to find. So that's the only experience I have with it. So I just know from a basketball standpoint, I'm like, this is shit. So I can't imagine like actual extensive stuff. It can't be accurate on anything.
Yeah, it's the large language models like ChatGPT and its competitors and whatever Google's using and whatever Bing is using and etc. Once they've learned the language, there's no more data for them to learn from. So all they're doing is eating their own tail and recreating things. But where the whole world went wrong. Sorry. The big error is that mass media started referring to ChatGPT by the generic term AI, and we think that's what AI is. No. That's a large language model. It's a different thing. AI is a whole separate thing, and the stuff that's going on with AI, let me tell you, if you wanted to get lab samples of a very strange little blood sample, AI can do it so much faster than humans can do. It's an invaluable tool. But in terms of creating things, it can't do it. It will never be a good tool for creativity. And I've still never seen AI generated art or photography that I can't look at it and go, well, that's AI.
That's AI.
Right. It's like so easy to spot. Yeah.
Would it be a fun segment on Cinephobe to see if they can give you the plot of the movie?
It's
that's why we have a mean trying.
Yeah.
It's fair enough. What more? Who's closer, a mean or ChatGPT?
That's the question. Yeah.
You're right, Dad. ChatGPT could never have the creativity to come up with the song title like Young Gravy's One Thought, Two Thought, Red Thought, Blue Thought.
It's true.
And on that note, thank you for listening to the Mailbag this week.
Shout out to Bruno.
Thanks to my dad. Shout out to my cousin Bruno, the Rizzler. Thanks to Mo, Katie, Eden.
Shout out to the Alliance.
Oh,
fucking Bruno.
Oh, fuck. It's Bruno.
I love Bruno.